Hey, what's up, guys? It's your pal Suki Moss here. I have not posted in about 2 months, and that's because I've been stressed out with school, I've been stressed out with work, I've been stressed out with managing the server because it kind of has went to a shit show recently with a bunch of shit going on. Like there was a time that it was like super, super toxic, there was a time that was super, super memey like this, and then there is a time where it's kind of just chill now. So, yeah, it's not too active. If you want to join it, I'll put the link down in the description below. But basically, this video is all about overview. Since I haven't posted in like 2 months, I'm sure you guys need a refresher and need to be reminded on everything. So let's get right into it. So, importing Discord. That's importing discord.py API, which stands for API stands for, what was it? Application Programming Environment. No, API stand for, I'm so stupid. Application Programming Interface. There we go. So yeah, that imports the API, and then from discord.ext, and the ext stands for external. It will import the commands and the tasks. And if we don't have the commands, then we can't make the bot in the first place, or at least one that has a prefix. And then import random, that's just importing a module that isn't really relevant to the overview. But client, we're claiming a variable here, so the word client is going to be bound to commands.bot, and up here is commands. So commands has a function called bot, and then in that function, our parameter that we're going to put in is command underscore prefix is percent sign. So basically that's going to make it so it listens to anything that is a percent symbol. And then client.remove command help. Discord.py comes with a help command, and it's absolutely garbage, I believe. I don't even remember the last time I used it, but it was completely garbage, so I just don't keep it in. And next, the the symbol, the @ symbol. Basically, in Python, it shows that it's a decorator, so it kind of like adds on to something. So they're like, oh, I need to listen to this because there's a hyperfunction, or not a hyperfunction, just a function, a normal function coming up soon. So we'll go at client.event. So client is what we set up here, and it has a function inside of it called event, or function or class or something like that. Something along the lines of function or class. So it shows, oh, if client receives this event. So then we make a function. And so the way to call a function is def. And then, like, if you're going to make a hyperfunction, for example, which is just not adding the decorator, so it's like, for say, like def calculator, calculator, and then you put in the num1 and then the num2. There is, and then that. Then here's code. Just code. So let's just do dot. So basically, this is what I cannot speak. This is what we call a hyperfunction because it's not in a decorator. So code's not going to recognize it much unless it's called upon. And the way to call upon it is to do the name and then parentheses, just like that. Now we'll call the calculator function, just like that. And calling it just basically means executing it, in case you were wondering. And then oh, actually forgot, def calculator num1 num2. Okay, so we have code. Jesus fuck. Okay, we have code, and code. So there are 4 lines of code. So basically, what it's going to do here is it is going to execute line 1, and then it's going to execute line 2, and then it's going to execute line 3, and then it's going to execute line 4. Now, what async does is let me add an async to it. So what async's going to do is it's going to see this below it, and it's going to be just boop. It's going to run all of it at the same time. So think of it as just, instead of going down the list, it will go from left to right on the list, kind of like it'll, if you see my mouse here, it'll just go whoop. So yeah, oops, that's how it works. Then strem is also making it a variable, so we're calling the variable strem. It's burp discord.game. So game is a function from Discord right there, and then the name is a parameter, and the name is do %help for commands, and then await client.change presence. So client, we define that right here. It has a function called change_presence, and oops, we have a typo here. Another typo. Oh, the status, which is a parameter, equals discord.status.dnd. So basically dnd is do not disturb, which is this one, so I won't receive notifications, and comma, which is showing the next part. The activity is another parameter, and it is this. Then there are prints. So prints is a Python function that shows something in the console here. Oops, so it'll show stuff in the console. So it'll be like, for example, if we do like Python and then we do prints, for example, hello world, it will show hello world. Just there you go. Okay, so it will print stuff out on the screen. So the F string, I'm pretty sure I've forgotten to explain this. Basically the F means that there will be code inside of it, and then quotation marks, you can do anything with Python. You don't have to, you're not limited to like how in JS, JavaScript. You have to like put these to put code in. You'd be like text, code, blah blah. And then if you want to put code inside there, you have to do, what is it, like boom, 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 shit like blah blah. And now that's code. Or like how you have to be confined to those. Doesn't matter. All that matters is if you have that F at the beginning. So basically what this is going to do is it's going to do connected to bot, and then the bot's name, and then its bot ID is the bot's ID, which is, for example, if I copy my ID, which you can get from the user settings and you turning on developer mode, and you put it in a left arrow, a @, and copy or paste your ID, and then you put a right arrow, then you ping yourself. So basically when you ping someone, so like for example, if I just ping myself really quick, this is not just pinging. Like it's basically like something with a mask on. So like if you've ever seen those let me see, pretty sure there's actually an emote that I saw the other day. Let me try and find it real quick. Don't think it's here, but basically it's, oh, right here. So like he has this mask on, but below it it's something else. So basically this isn't really just @Sutimas. If you look behind it, which you can look behind it by editing it and putting a backslash right here, it is actually what I just showed you. The left arrow, the @symbol, the ID, and then a right. And you see it still pings, because that's what it is. It's literally pinging you. But yeah. Next. Currently in, len is a Python function that counts stuff. So, for example, if we just did print client.guilds, it would print all the names down here. So it would be like the flosh, the pp, testes, whatever. Ship piss cum pants, whatever. But if we do len, then it shows how many of those there are. Then the latency, and latency is basically, for example, if I get a ping pong, oops, ping pong. Basically, what it is you are let's draw the paddle. I'm not Hitler. I didn't go to art school, so don't question my art, okay? So this is the paddle, and then this is a ball. So, for example, the ball gets thrown at the paddle, and then it comes back. So the time that it takes for the ball to get there and back is the latency. And then just do that. And then the round function, that's Python, and it rounds to the nearest what is it called? I've completely forgotten what it's called. There's like if you like do that, like this is the 10th, this is the hundredths, and this is the thousandth, and then the big numbers. What is it, Mr. Man? Sorry, millisecond. No, it's not millisecond. It rounds up to the nearest like integer number, like not like a float, because floats are like 10.007 whatever. Like an integer is just a whole number. So like this first whole number. So like index -1, basically. The nearest -1, and we multiply that by 1,000 because that will print it out in milliseconds. Then at client.command, this is calling a command. So client, which we'd find up here, right here, has a function called commands, and one of the parameters is alias, and that makes it so that you can change what it's called, basically. So like you can either do %sign ping or %sign latency. It'll do the same exact thing. And then this is basically the exact same thing as this. Then 8-ball. This is where the import random comes in. So we're defining commands, and we are making the alias 8-ball because you can't start a function name with a number or a symbol other than underscore. So if you actually do like underscore 8-ball, the command will work, but it will also work with 8-ball. So basically what we're doing here is we're putting parameters ctx, and so ctx is basically just like the universal, like showing like, oh, this means like everything, kinda. Like this shows like just everything. So like take for example, my entire screen is ctx. It's basically what it is. And then like ctx.send is going, so in my entire screen, what does send mean? And they're like, send means text. So it does that. No, Mr. Homie Man just left the call. Anyway, you do a star for another parameter so that you can have multiple sentences on the next one. So the next is question. Then we need to make a list called responses, and it shows all the responses that the 8-ball can have. Then if question, so if this, if question is, if the question is there, like if you put a question there, then it will send question, boom, and then answer, random.choice, responses. So basically random, there's a function in random called choice, which will just choose a random choice in a thing. And then responses is what's choosing from. Then else, await ctx.send, you must ask a question for the magic equal to answer. Then we have help commands, and this is where it gets kind of tricky. Basically, we are going to create an embed. We're defining the word embed as discord.embed, and then the parameters are title, description, and color. And then there's a bunch of other functions for embeds that I'm not going to get into. All you're going to know is embed. So I could, for example, say like hello, and then comma embed. So it would say in one message it would say hello and then the embed. So we're just defining what the embed is. So like we're gonna embed text, and the embedded text is going to be embed. And then this is a roleplay commands. We made a video about this. You can watch that because I'm pretty sure I explained it quite a bit. And then kick is just we're defining the user as discord.user, and discord.user is a snowflake. I'm pretty sure it's a snowflake. I'm not very sure even what a snowflake is, but it's a thing. Basically, it's a thing. So then we're just defining user as discord.user. We're basically using it like a dictionary. And dictionaries in Python, basically what you do, or like how to explain it in the easiest way, is saying, hey, this means this, and if this doesn't mean this, then do weird shit. That's basically Python's word or saying of dictionaries. So basically, user, which is defined as discord.user, has a function called ban, and that bans it. And then reason, the reason will be members action, no, bans. For example, if we go to this, this is what the reason would be. The reason that we put in the parameter. Oops. And yeah, then there's client.run, and that is again, we define client up here, and there's a function called run, which will basically start the bot, and this is the token from discord.dev, and basically then you can run it. So if we do python tutorial.py, oh, forgot, don't have the right token. Oops. Let me. Okay. Where is it? Tutorial. Ah, here. Okay, we need to get the bot token right here, and we need to put it in here. Actually, I'm going to do something this video. What I'm going to show you is we are going to make a new file, and we're going to name it config.py. Now in config.py, we're going to make a variable called token. The token is going to equal the string of our token. Then we're going to save. Then all the way up here, we're going to do import config. And then down here, we're going to take out the quotes, and we're going to do config.token. This helps secure your token so no one sees it if you're screen sharing. Basically, it will import the file, and then this is the token, and it's defining config dot. So it's basically like config and then dot token is equal to the token. So we're calling that config dot token right here. And yeah, let's get this baby running now. Alright, so as you can see, here's the name of the bot's ID, currently in one server, and 96 milliseconds of latency. So if we go to the server, which I'm pretty sure is testes, yes, and needs help, as you can see, there is ping and there's 8-ball. So if we do ping, works. If we do latency, works. If we do underscore 8-ball, or oops, underscore 8-ball, oh, shit, the fuck, okay, that 8-ball, and then a question, like, am I a Trump supporter, I guess. Oh, it's not working. I'll have to figure that out later. Yes, I am. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working. We'll just figure that out at a later time, I guess. But yeah. Then our cuddle commands. So let's just say we cuddle. So cuddle YouTube tutorial bot, and our note is Earworm. Ooh. Oh shit, that didn't work either. Okay. Okay, I see what's wrong here. Okay. It kinda died. Let me just rerun it. Okay. Now we do what was it? Cuddle. That's what it was. Cuddle, YouTube tutorial bot, your warm Lulu. And then boop, 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 Cuddle. Or was it not Cuddle? Was it Kiss or something? Oh, it was Hug. That's what it was. It was Hug. Oops. Hug. Hug. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Hug. Okay. Now. Oh, okay. So, basically, I pinged the role. So, let me just redo that one more time. And this time, we ping the user. And then, boom. As you can see, hug them. Sukumas hugs YouTube tutorial bot. Earworm move. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. Please do leave suggestions in the comments because I've ran out dry of ideas. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.